Best of 3. Hello. Good evening. Good morning. Welcome back to Jason's General Store. Today we're doing a best of 3 draft in Crimson Vow. And we opened one of my favorite rares, Edgar Charmed Groom. So pretty easy pick here. Nothing really comparable. I like Lantern Bearer. And I like Angelic Quartermaster. Those are 2 I'd probably take instead of the Charmed Grove, but we are going to have to take the Charmed Grove here. Charmed Groom. Holy moly. We open ourselves a Dollhouse of Horrors. Or get past a Dollhouse of Horrors. Yeah, this is a card that you don't want to pass, but you're happy to receive. So we're going to take it. I don't know what they would have taken here. They took an uncommon over Dollhouse of Horrors. But we're going to take Dollhouse of Horrors. And we would also take a raid. We'd take Storm Chaser Drake, and we'd take the Raconteur. This is just a really good pack here. I don't know what these people took, but I don't think it was right. There's just too many good cards. Alright. So, what do we see? We have a Visionary, we have a Rare Land, and we have a Socialite. I really like the Socialite. I don't mind a Trainee, but seeing as we have the Charmed Grove, I guess we're going to take the Socialite. I would take the Rare again, because it works with our Edgar, but we'll just take the Socialite here and see what's up next. Could have seen 2 Raconteurs. That could have been reasonable. But we took the Horrors. Raconteur is a good pick. We could also take Evolving Wilds, which would leave us open. I like Mariner as well. It's possible that the Mariner is the right pick here. We'll take the Raconteur. I like the Raconteur. Wow, seeing a lot of Evolving Wilds. However, I do like Celebrants. We're not seeing a lot of black. We're not seeing a lot of white. We could just take the Celebrants or the Wilds. Try to stay open, but I think the Celebrants is powerful enough that I want to take it. Okay. Get ourselves a Career Bat, another Socialite, and that's really all we want in this pack. Could make an argument for Retrieval, I guess, but I mean, I don't mind staying in our current trajectory of vampires. Okay, I think the Ragged Recluse makes sense here. We're getting a fair amount of blood tokens, potentially. And once this transforms, it's quite powerful. Spore Crawler is also quite good with the Dollhouse. But we'll take the Recluse. Alright, pack 8. We need 2 drops, so I'll take the Wolf. Another Socialite. Or we take Grizzly Ritual. We are going to need some removal, but it is one of the less good removal spells. However, I think it's worth picking up. Belligerent Guest or Blood Fountain. We need 3 drops. I think I'll take a guess here. I know Millipede and the Dollhouse work pretty well together. However, stay in the vampire theme. Take the guest. Maybe I'll pick up an Anger here. Throng. We've seen really no removal. Okay, Olivia's Attendant is quite powerful. But I'm feeling a little bit glutted on the top end. Alluring Suitor is a very good uncommon. But Olivia's Attendant is a powerful top end card. So not really sure here. I kind of want to take the Suitor just because we're probably splashing for the Edgar. But no, Olivia's Attendant is just, it's just a bomb we need to take. Nice, we get past a Bleed Dry. So that's definitely something we want in our deck. Next I would certainly take the Guest, or maybe the Geist. But yeah, it's a Bleed Dry here. Okay. I don't really want a third Guest. I think a Knife might be a reasonable pickup, although we have a lot of ways to make blood tokens, so we probably won't need a Knife. Infiltrate is powerful. We don't really want to splash for it, however. We could take a Flesh as a removal spell, or we just stay, probably just stay in our lane here, our vampire lane. I think here I want to take a Pointed Discussion, although Taxidermist is quite a good card, but I'd just like to be able to get through my deck, and sort of filter through it and get as many cards as we can. Get ourselves to our top end, where we'll find ourselves Olivia's Attendant or Dollhouse or the Groom. I'm happy to take the Digraph here. Good way to hold up the board. Good way to exile stuff from people's graveyards, and overall just a powerful common, so I'm going to take that. Alright, Sigarda's Imprisonment or Sure Strike. Seeing as we don't have a lot of removal, I think it's handy to have a trick. Although we could also splash for the imprisonment here. But seeing as we're fairly aggressive, I think the Sure Strike makes sense. We'll splash. Maybe we'll try to splash for the imprisonment here. Okay. Doomed Dissenter. Or catapult fodder. Catapult fodder. I'm actually thinking catapult fodder is a reasonable pickup here because it just holds the floor so well. Take another recluse. It looks like we have found a path in black-red, as difficult as it can be a lot of times. It does seem like we're getting a lot of the pickups we want. We really don't want any more forward drops. Just take this. Doesn't really matter what we take here. Maybe we take the spore crawler. Okay, we have a Undying Malice or a Lacerate Flesh. It's not ideal really to take the flesh, but I think I'll take it here, seeing as we don't have a lot of removal. I don't really want a second one, however. Maybe we'll just, I don't know. That doesn't really matter. I took the knife. Don't really want that either. But we do now want oh, nice. Sure Strike on the wheel. I wouldn't mind an Evolving Wilds now, or any way to fix this pack is sort of meh for us. Don't see really anything that we want. I suppose we could take the Recluse. We could take the Rot-Tide Gargantuan, but there's nothing that we want to really toss away. Also an Undying Malice, which in our situation is reasonable. I'm going to take the Recluse though. We don't have a lot of 2-drops yet, so I think it's a fair pick. Gift of Fangs, Blood Petal Celebrant. We've seen 2 of these, but opponent to our right is just passing us all the rares, so happy to take the Loner here. Just a game-winning card, really. All right. So we have our choice of Diagraph or Blood Petal Celebrant. I do really like Diagraph. But our curve is quite high. I think we'll take the Celebrant here. Make sure we have 2-drops all times. Another Celebrant. How many vampires do we have? Alright, well, we have a fair amount of vampires, total of 9, so I think the Vampire's Vengeance makes a lot of sense here. We got our guest. It's a really late Brambleworm. We have an Honored Heirloom, which gives us the fixing for Edgar's. I think I'm happy to take that here. Another knife. A frenzied devil. We don't really want anything in this pack. I guess we'll just take the uncommon. Courier bat. Reckless impulse. I like a impulse. Gargantuan, Undying Malice, Ceremonial Knife. Alright, we'll take the Malice. Nothing here we really want. Sure. Blood Fountain, yeah. Or Dreadfuge. Take the Mountain. Funny enough, our Dollhouse of Horrors doesn't really synergize with our deck overall. But it's just such a good card, we're gonna have to play it. Okay. This is an interesting draft. Not a ton of great removal, but at least we got one bleed dry. And we did get the Vengeance. So what do we want to do? I kind of like playing the knife here. But we got to figure out what we're going to cut. I think we can cut a guest and we really don't need Undying Malice. I don't think. I mean, it's always good to have. I mean, the deck's good. I like the deck. Not a lot in the 3-drop slot. Kind of awkward mana base here. We have a lot of double pip spells. What do we cut? Honestly, the Horrors is sort of insignificant in our deck. Do we cut the flesh? That would leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4 spells. I don't think that's good enough. Maybe cutting the knife is fine. We have a lot of blood. So yeah, deck looks good. It's a bit awkward splashing for the Edgar, but overall I think it's worth it. So we're gonna do it, and let's run it. All right, here we go, game 1. We get a reasonable hand. Okay, bleed dry. Opponent plays a infantry. We'll follow up with a guest. All right. I think I'm gonna reckless impulse and try to get some more lands. We could also hit them with the vengeance, but I think impulse is fine. Okay, that's a bit awkward. Say go. They swing in for 4. Maybe we should have hit them with the vengeance there. Kind of reconsidering my play. But we'll see what they play after. Trainee, sure. All right. Yeah, I think the vengeance is fine. Maybe we wait. All right, hit them with the vengeance. They play millipede, yep. Nice, they get a 6/6. Okay. I think we pass. Wait for them to activate one of their spells. Put one of their spells on the millipede and then hit them with the bleed dry. So they're probably going to try to put the Drog Skull or the Distracting Geist on the millipede. Do we just take the 6? No, we should probably hit them. Spore Crawler, sure. So we'll play our Heirloom. And I'd like to exile their Drog Skull. Say go. Okay, they put the Clever Distraction on the Spore Crawler. We'll play... I think I'll actually play the Attendants here. Alright, tap down Olivia. Play Taxidermist, sure. We'll swing in for 6. Okay. Fine. Now we'll play Edgar. Yeah, we'll play Edgar. Edgar can't die. I mean, he can, but not likely with what they have on board or in their color pair. Worst case scenario, they place a guard as imprisonment. Okay, opponent passes. Now, do we play Dollhouse here? Could. Or we could just play Ill-Tempered Loner. Let's see, if we play Dollhouse, we can bring back Olivia's. We could then ping the Rural Recruit. However, that's going to take quite a bit of time. I think we just play out our Ill-Tempered Loner. And we'll say go for now. I would love to open all these rares in paper Magic. That'd be fantastic. This is quite the pool of cards we got here. It's just like bomb after bomb. Opponent doesn't have a lot of good cards in their deck, it seems. Okay. Coming in for the Alpha Strike. Sure. They're going to tap down the Loner, okay. Yep. So we'll trade like so. Sure. Take 5. Now we make a vampire. And I think we want to get our dollhouse online. Sure. Let's exile a card from their grave. I guess this works. You make a 1/1 lifelink. Ooh, could play Diagraph. I think that makes sense. We'll do that. Gain 2. Opponent loses 2. And say go. Alright. We flip our Howlpack Avenger, which, when it's dealt damage, deals damage to any target. We'll play... Do we want to play a land? If we play a land, we have 5, 6, 7, 8. Which isn't enough to play the Socialite and Dollhouse, but let's get our Dollhouse online. And bring back our guest. Okay. We could swing in for 4. They could triple block. I think it makes sense. Like, we're killing a lot of their creatures. If they decide to triple block, we'll end up killing at least 2. Alright. Opponent is staring down the Howlpack, dealing 2. Oh. Dealing 4. Oh, because it's night. Sure, and we'll kill the recruit. Alright, say go. Sure, they're going to tap down the Scavenger. Opponent swings in for 2. We'll block. Gain a life. And we just keep making vampires. Alright, let's ditch a mountain. Get a plains. Edgar is back. Oh, because he has the counters, right? And opponent decides to concede. Okay. Makes sense. So, I mean, we were in a pretty insane position there. I don't think there's anything that we want to sideboard. I think the deck played quite well. Yeah, we'll just continue. I mean, I think you could make an argument for cutting pointed discussion. Now that I think about it, we're getting all the blood. But I always like having more ways to go through my deck, so I think I'll just leave it in. I think we'll just continue to play more aggressively. Alright. I think this is fine. We can... Oh, I was going to say we could turn to Ragged Recluse, but we can't. Anyway, turn 3 we'll get down Heirloom. Turn 4 we can get down the Loner. Alright, get down the Heirloom. I'm feeling a little uneasy about being so behind, but what are you gonna do? trainee, yep. Alright. I think now we'll play our ill-tempered loner. Hope they don't have a wolf strike. Ooh. Not great. Take 8 damage there. 11, 14. Oof. Ay, ay, ay. Well, we take 11. I suppose we just do 3 damage to face. Yikes. What can we do? Are we just dead? If we play Diagraph, we hit our own loner. Opponent loses 2, we gain 2, we go up to 4. We can block 1, we take 4. Do we have any other options here? I could play Recluse. And Sure Strike. If we play Recluse. I guess we play Recluse and then Vampire's Vengeance. Oh, or we can just play both. I guess that's what we do. And we'll hit our loner. So I'll block the trainee and I'll block... Ooh. Okay. So I guess we just block the Geist. Doesn't really matter either way. All right. Are we just dead? Not quite. We still have the Vengeance. So... I guess we are just dead on board. All right. Well, GG's. That sucks. Their Arm the Cathar came in really well. That did really well there. Is there anything that we want to sideboard in? I think I will bring in the Undying Malice for game 3. Okay, I like this hand. Turn 2 Recluse, turn 3 Heirloom, potentially turn 4 Edgar. Okay. We could also play Guess turn 3, but I think I'd rather just get the Edgar Charmed Grove online, Charmed Groom online as soon as possible. All right, we say go. All right, get the groom online. We have our Grizzly Ritual up to deal with any threats they might lay down. Sure. Okay. Interesting. That's frustrating. So we'll play our guest. And I don't want to ditch the Grizzly Ritual, so I guess I'll just play another Recluse and say go. Hello, opponent. Okay. So I think I will ditch the guest here and flip both my Recluse. Drawing a land is pretty good. I think we probably hold up the Grizzly Ritual. But yeah, because we don't want to play into like an Adamant Will. So let's just hold our Ritual, pass the turn, and flip our Ragged Recluse. Yep. They exile Charmed Groom. Pass the turn. Sure. So if they have Adamant Will, they could make it a 4/5. They could have 2 pump spells. I think whatever it is, we're just going to avoid and we're not going to play into it. Yep. Griff Rider. Okay. So we'll swing for 6. Opponent loses 2 and we gain 2. I doubt they're gonna block. So they take 6. We'll hit them with the Grizzly Ritual. Get rid of their Blossom-clad Werewolf. And we have a swamp that we can loot. Sure. They play Royal Recruit. Swing for 2. And we will discard or sacrifice a blood token. Gain a life. All right. Let's stitch another blood token. Gain another life. Sure. We'll play Socialite. And I feel like they still have Adamant Will, which I don't really want to attack into. So I think we'll just say go. However, if we let them swing, they're coming in for 3, 6, 8, 9. No, I think we apply the pressure. Swing in for another 6. If they have an Adamant Will, then so be it. We can always clap back with our Socialite. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think it's better to apply the pressure regardless of whatever tricks they might have. Do. Okay. They double block. Again, I think they're holding up an Adamant Will, but they're playing it a bit strange. Sure. Okay. I kill our Socialite. I guess that's pretty good. Okay. Fair enough. Cigardas, yep. Decent. They can give lifelink. Yeah. Alright. Well, we're going to sack a blood token. Gain a life. Get a bleed dry. It's reasonable. Sure strike, yeah. Alright. I don't want them to give lifelink again. So I guess I'll just bleed dry main phase. Get rid of their Cigardas. Say go. They swing in for 5, 6. We'll block with the Gluttonous Guest and use our Sure Strike. Okay. They train. We block. Sure Strike. Get rid of their Piggy. They play Spore Crawler. We get Undying Malice. Sure. They swing in for 6-3. Yeah. What do we want? We want a Vampire's Vengeance. We don't want to land. Say go. I can't believe we're losing to this deck. This is really frustrating. We're losing to a Griff. So again, we want a Vengeance, or any spell really. A little bit worried about Arm the Cathar. Oh great, we lost, so we basically lost this to Arm the Cathar. Sure. Their stupid Griff trains. We'll block 5. Play Undying Malice. And there's not a whole lot we can do here. Pretty much lost to an Arm the Cathar. Alright, well, GG. Oh, that's game. How frustrating. We lost to a pretty crappy deck that was playing Arm the Cathar. What are you gonna do? I mean, our deck has like every possible card you could want. It is a little awkward splashing, I suppose. But we're splashing for 1 card. So, yeah, I think it's a fine splash. I was gonna maybe take it out, but I don't think getting rid of Edgar's makes a lot of sense. Alright, game 2. We had a fairly disappointing first game where we lost to Arm the Cathars. But we get ourselves a reasonable hand. So, let's make a comeback. Play our Recluse, follow up with the Guest. Opponent gains some life. We make a Guest. Swing in for 2. Opponent gains some life again. Passes the turn. We'll play our Celebrants here. And swing for 3. Let's ditch a Heirloom. Seeing as we already got our land. Flip our Recluse. Okay, opponent passes, leading me to believe they have a trick, potentially. I think I'm still gonna swing for 5. No trick. Play our Guest. And I think we can Impulse here. Nice. Draw into Celebrants. And a land. Ooh. They hit us with by invitation only. Pretty good. We have very little cards now, but we'll play our Celebrants. Maybe I should have suspected that. Anyway. Cigardas, sure. Let's get rid of a plains. Recluse, okay. Desperate farmer. Alright, we're gonna play our recluse. And we'll ditch a plains again. And then play belligerent guest. Say go, flip our recluse again. Bleed dry, okay. Opponent swings in for 2. We'll block. Make a trade. Play a socialite. And say go. Heron of Hope, okay. And trainee. We're gonna ditch a mountain at the end step. Nice. Alright. Pretty good draw. Vampire's Vengeance. Swing in for 5. Opponent takes it. Say go. How important is removing this trainee? I think we can just get rid of it. It's not the most efficient use, but we get a blood token again. And they don't get a counter. I think we'll actually cycle. Try to draw into a spell. Regular recluse, sure. They give their hair on lifelink. Gain 2. Play Drogskull Infiltree, yep. Nice. So we'll swing in for 3. Oh, I guess we could have swung in for 4. Oops. Play our recluse. And you know, those kind of mistakes are really crucial. That extra point of damage means a lot more, I think, than a lot of people realize. I'm just having flashbacks to my last game, where there was a few moments, or my last best of 3, where there was a few moments where I could have gotten some extra points of damage, and I think that there was 1 point of damage that I needed to get in that I didn't, and it literally cost me the game. Okay, OP swings in. Gain some life. I think we'll swing in. Oh no. Alright, whatever. We swung in for 4. See? This is what I'm talking about. All those points of damage matter. Anyway, let's get rid of the Blood Sworn Squire. And say go. Ah. Man. I needed that swing. Oh well. Okay, opponent exiles our celebrants. Discards a land. Swings in for 2 again. Yep. Alright, well, we'll swing in for 4. It's a little awkward because now they have 4 in the air. Maybe that's not what we wanted to do. Yeah. That maybe that wasn't what we wanted to do at all. Yeah, so now they have a 4-5. Ah, God. Don't tell me they're gonna bleed dry now. Sure. Swinging for 4. Sure, we get our dollhouse. And what do we bring back? Guess we'll bring back, no. Let's bring back our guest. Make a blood token. And we'll ditch a mountain, gain a life, draw a card. Swing for 4. Say go. Alright, they swing for 6, 4 of it being lifelink. Oh, 7. We smash back for 7, 8, 9. All right. Bring back another socialite. Or we'll bring back our socialite. Make a blood token. Get rid of a swamp. Gain a life. Diagraph's not bad. We'll swing in for 10. Gain a life, they lose a life. We'll play our diagraph. Exile Desperate Farmer. Okay, they swing the board. Give their Shield Basher indestructible. Oh, they give flying. Yikes. Right. Alright, well that's game. Man, darn it, we definitely misplayed there. God, this is going terribly. Ah, man, such a good deck and we're just completely whiffing it. Well, they have flyers. We don't have much ways to deal with flyers. We could play Imprisonment to help mitigate some of their life gain. Sorry. Yeah, no. Yeah, sure. Let's play the Imprisonment. We'll get rid of the discussion. And then we can, I don't know, imprison and exile their flyers if they get into a similar situation. We totally screwed up there by allowing them to put the 2/2 on the flyer and then gain all that life. That was a mistake. But not having a lot of removal has been tough in these matchups as well. Okay, this is great. We're having no trouble seeing our Charmed Grove. Charmed Groom. Jeez. Okay, we'll play a land. Next we'll play a mountain. Play our Celebrant. They play Drogskull. Sure. I think we still swing in on it. If they want to block, they can. Now we'll play Recluse. They swing for 2. Take the 2. Griff Rider, sure. So, swing both. They take 4. Oh man, we did it again. Alright. Those points of damage are so necessary. We can't be making these mistakes. So we're not blocking the Drogskull this time. If they swing in, we'll just take the 4. And then we can swing back for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had a feeling that was coming, unfortunately. Yep. So we'll swing for 5. Piercing Light, okay. Make a blood token. Swing for 2. And play Celebrants. Sure. We'll swing for 5. And play Reckless Impulse. We get a land and a Belligerous Guest. I'll play our Belligerous Guest and say go. They exile Edgar. Yep. Swing for 2. Okay. Take 2. So we'll play a land and Grizzly Ritual their cavalry. Swing all. And that's game. So we know they have by invitation only, and we know they have imprisonment. Kind of want to bring in the knife, but we have had a fair amount of blood tokens still. Yeah, no, I think everything's fine here with what we're doing. I'm wondering if on the draw, Undying Malice makes sense. We'll be playing more defensively. It's just that, what do we get rid of for it? I think we just bring in the Malice instead of the Imprisonment. I can see the Malice doing work in multiple ways. So. Alright. It's a bit of a weird thing to keep. But at least we have Edgar. Alright, turn to Celebrant. They play Trainee. If they swing in, they probably have Piercing Light. But I'll take the Blood Token. That way we can just transform Ragged Recluse. Yeah, sure. Either way, they're going to do it to us. So it's better we don't take the extra point of damage. Okay. So we'll play Ragged Recluse. And toss away a mountain. Sure Strike, okay. We flip the Ragged Recluse to Odious Witch. Get ourselves a 3/3. You say go. I don't want to play Edgar's into Sigarda's Imprisonment, but I'm just going to play it, whatever. Play Edgar's. At least we have the Dollhouse now, which we can get down next turn. Opponent loses a life, we gain a life. Adamant Will, okay. Sure. Drock Skull. We'll play Dollhouse. And no attacks. Bleed Dry, nice. Sure. So let's bring back the Recluse, I guess, or we'll start with that Reckless Impulse. We get 2 lands. Alright, well, let's bring back the Recluse, I guess. We have a Sure Strike. So we'll block the Trainee, play the Sure Strike, kill the Trainee. But they might swing in with the Infantry only. We'll see. Okay, block the Trainee. Kill the Trainee. Give the counters to the Drog Skull. Take an extra point, go down to 14. Play a land. Alright. So let's play a swamp. Bring back a celebrant. And guess we'll just swing in for 4. All right. I'm actually gonna Do I want to kill their Drog Skull right now? No. We'll see what they do. They swing 3. And we'll bleed dry. Okay. Sure, by invitation only. All right. Well, let's say go. Traveling Minister. Ditch a swamp. Play Gluttonous Guest and pass the turn. Herald of Hope, yep. Good target for the ritual. So let's kill that. And I think we can swing in for 1 here. Seems weird. Odd play. Nice. Markov Purifier. They have a good life gain deck. Yep. Now they can draw cards. Sure. Yep. Nice. Good draw. So we could play the... We don't want them drawing more cards. So I think we'll just Vengeance, get rid of their Traveling Minister, and we'll play a Belligerent Guest. Have a trade here, unless they decide to do that. But it's better than losing our Ill-Tempered Loner. Yep. They draw. Okay, attendance is good. So we'll play our attendant. There you go. They exile our guest, yep. And they decide to loot a land. Okay. So we'll play our loner. Swing for 6. And I guess we'll just loot a swamp. Get a belligerent guest, yep. Another Sigardas, okay. And they exile Olivia, okay. So we'll swing in for 3. And pump once. So we can play our other 2 spells. Do they have another Sigardas? They have a fair amount of removal, that's for sure. They're the ones who are eating it all up. Alrighty. Don't have a lot left in our deck here. So let's loot. Try to find... we really want to find our Undying Malice. Would be great. Lacerate Flesh is also reasonable. Sure. Sure. Let's get our guest. And we won't swing. Blood Squire, okay. No blocks. I'd rather gain the life from the gluttonous guest while looting. Diagraph is pretty good. Swing the board. +2/+2. Then we can block. How many creatures do they have? 1, 2. They have 1, 2, 3 creatures. They'll have 4. And I think we wait. They'll have 4. They can discard a card, making this indestructible. Sure. Then we play Diagraph Scavenger. Exile Heron. Gain 2. And let's bring back the Recluse. Winning security. So we swing these. They're forced to block. We swing the board. They lose 2. And then oh, they're dead. Because even if they block, if anything they block here deals damage to face. So no matter what, they've died. We have a lot of angles that we can kill them from, like we can Undying Malice a Diagraph. And this will deal damage. They're just dead from every angle. Boom. Diagraph comes back. I don't know why it's making us do this, but we exile the trainee and they're dead. Alright, that was a tough fight, but we prevailed. So after that second game, I want to go back to the drawing board here, and I will take out the pointed discussion and replace it with Undying Malice. And say go. Yeah, we've had two really tough matchups here. I mean, honestly, the first deck was just terrible. And I don't think we should have lost, but we did. I don't think we misplayed. I think they just went aggressive enough that we couldn't deal with it. They also had Sigardas. And then the last opponent had like 3 Sigardas and like a Bleed Dry, 2 Fierce Retributions. So a lot of removal coming from our opponents, but luckily we managed to take that last one. And we move on to game 3. Alright, game 3 against Awesome in a Box. We get a okay hand. It has our lands. I think we'll keep. I mean, we have all 3 colors, so really we just have to draw any spell and we're in a pretty good place. Okay. I mean, we have a turn 5 Celebrants, which is fine. Sporeback Wolf, okay. Play Belligerent Guest. Opponent swings for 2. Nope. Alright. Guess we'll just offer the trade. Sure. Is this worth bleed drawing? I don't think so. It's just a stupid wolf. Swing for 2, okay. Alright. So now we play our Celebrant. They're going to equip their Spore back, which is fine. It's a 5/7. They could sacrifice a forest, but that would be unwise. So swinging for 4 and hold up our Bleed Dry. Opponent swings and we Bleed Dry. I think end step will cycle the plains. We only need 1. Fearful Villager. Alright. Let's cycle. Get a Belligerent Guest. Do we need Belligerent Guest? Not really. Alright, let's play our Loner. And swing for 4. I don't think I'm going to block. Alright, they just concede, sure. I don't think they needed to concede, but so be it. Man, nothing I want to do. Just move on to game 3. Or game 2, sorry. Okay. Not a great hand. Mulligan. This is also not a good hand, but I'm going to keep it. Hopefully we draw a land. Nice. We get our turn 2 land. So we'll play our Recluse. Opponent swings for 1, nope. Okay. We'll play Heirloom. Say go. Sure. Go blocks. So we'll now play Edgar's, holding up Undying Malice. Happy to block their Hookhand Mariner here, because we're still making 1/1 bats if it dies, so happy to trade. Sure. Yeah, we'll just get our bats. It's fine. We took 1 damage there. They used a trick. Ridgewolf, sure. So we get our 1/1. Play our Celebrants. Same thing. I think I'll block, but this time obviously I'll use the Undying Malice. Nice, Ballista Watcher. No attacks. Make a 1/1. I'll cycle a Mountain. And play Ragged Recluse. We're gonna flip both our Ragged Recluses. Opponent says go. Sure. Kills both of our 1/1s, that's fine. So we'll Grizzly Ritual their Ballista Wielder. And swing with the Groom. They take 4. Dormant Grove, nice. Powerful card. They put a counter on the Raider. And play a Snarling Wolf, okay. So let's Alpha Strike. All right. And we'll play the Dollhouse of Horrors, bringing back the Recluse as a blocker. They can't really swing here. Oh, I guess they could because they have Vigilance. They put it on the Snarling Wolf, okay. We make a 1/1. And we'll play Reckless Impulse. Nice. Happy to play a Blood Crazed Socialite. And do we say go? I guess we just say go here. They flip. They hit us with a Lacerate Flesh, and we're going to Undying Malice it. And that's game. Alright. Well. Best of 3. We got 2 wins out of 3. Again. Second time in a row now. Overall, I think our deck was really good. A success. It's unfortunate we didn't get the 3-0, but I'll take a 2-3. So, or a 2-1, I should say. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and tune in again for another best of 3 down the line. Have yourselves a good one. Bye.